Howdy folks, Big Mike here, and I'm about to embark on a Route 66 quest that'll take us back to the good old days. Remember those family road trips down Route 66? The excitement, the roadside attractions, the quirky gas stations? Those were the time. We'll be cruising through Missouri, Arizona, and California, playing a game as we go on a quest to find the must-see and the coolest vintage gas stations on Route 66. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and come along for a ride, and let me help you find the must-see gas stations on Route 66 and see if you agree with my final picks. It's going to be a road trip down memory lane you won't want to miss. And we're going to be picking on some of the stuff that's going to be versus staffed, visual appeal, cool cars and trucks, Route 66 history, unique features, and vintage gas pumps and signs.
It's road trip time!
Alright folks, now we're in the heart of the Mojave Desert. Welcome to California. And there's nothing quite like the Roy's Motel and Cafe. This iconic stop on Route 66 has been serving up gas, grub, and good times since way back in 1938. It's got a ton of history. And the Roy's Motel Cafe sign is probably the most recognizable sign on all of Route 66. Now today we're actually judging vintage gas stations, and they do have a gas station here, but the hotel and the cafe and some of that stuff are some of the more classic what they're known for. But what's really neat is they also have set up with you have the classic architecture. It's just a time capsule of Route 66 heyday, place where you can fill up your tank, grab a bite to eat, and swap stories with fellow travelers. Now here we've got the total points. I'm going to show you a scorecard. It's staff, so +1. Visual appeal, we'll give it a 4. Cool cars and trucks, they had 1 there, so we'll give them a 3. Route 66 history, 5. 1938, big history. Unique features, 3. And vintage gas pumps and sign, we'll give it a 3. The Cucamonga service station is located in Rancho, Cucamonga on Route 66 in California. Built in 1915, it has been restored to its original look as a Ridgefield station of the 1930s and is now open to the public as a museum with artifacts and local and Route 66 history. I believe it's open like Thursday through Saturday or Sunday, I'm not sure. You have to look up on Google, it'll tell you hours, locations, all that kind of stuff. I love the visible gas pumps in front, the Ridgefield sign. Everything matches as how an old classic vintage station is, and it has a lot of history. Now let's go ahead and go over to the scorecard. And you see on the scorecard, staffed, visual appeal, we give it a 5. Didn't see any cars or trucks at the time, so a 1. Route 66 history, a 5. Unique features, a 4. And vintage gas pump signs, a definite 5. Now these next two I'd love to go ahead and give honorable mention to. This is in Needles, California, and a Texaco station that they're definitely working on. And I also want to let you know, if you have gas stations I haven't seen or haven't videoed, put them in the comments and let me know. There's lots of stuff I don't see. And I also want to show you this one. This was actually Newberry Springs, not far from Baghdad Cafe. And it's private, but I just thought it was kind of cool they kept up some of the gas pumps and the old stuff. This is not just any old gas station, folks. It's a time capsule back to the 1930s when Route 66 was the main drag and life moved just a little bit slower. Now right now we're driving on old Route 66 or US Highway 66. We're heading towards Ash Grove, Missouri. And we're going to hit Missouri first. We have 2 stops in Missouri to show you. And this place was, this is actually Gary's Gay Parita Sinclair station. And it was built originally by Gay and Fred Mason. Gay Parita was named after the original owner, Gay Mason, a woman who clearly left her mark on Route 66. If you go to Spain, Parita means equal. But as you see, Gay's name's up there, so she was probably more equal than Fred was. It was really constructed in the late 1920s. The station did burn down in 1955, but luckily, kind of like a phoenix rising from the ashes, this replica was built in 2005 by Gary Turner, keeping the spirit of Route 66 alive. Sadly, Gary passed in 2012, but this place is still run by family relatives now. Now, take a look around here. You'll see also the garage over on the right. That is actually original, so that was one of the original old buildings back there. This was a labor of love. Gary loved to go through and he made everything very specific, got everything original that he could find with a Sinclair station. It was just amazing, and it's a really fun one to stop by over the road. You've got the big Route 66 sign there. You can tell there's neons. You can see that light up at night. For the old cars and stuff, I mean, you're getting your scorecard out, the cool cars and trucks, I got to give it a 5 for sure on that. And visual appeal, got to take a 5. I mean, it's top of the line here. This is really a top quality what they've done here. Very beautiful on that. And it is staffed most of the time too, so, but just love this place. All right, the scorecard, the staff to give it a +1. Visual appeal, I definitely give it a 5. Cool cars and trucks, a bunch of them, 5 points. Route 66 history, it's got that, 5 points. Unique features, I give it a 4 on that. And vintage gas pumps and signs, it's a 5. It's quite the place here. I'm saying 25 points here on this one, so this is gonna be a tough one to beat, but let's see the rest of them and check it out. Welcome to Red Oaks 2. This was the brainchild of artist Lowell Davis, and it is located in Carthage, Missouri. This you're looking at the 1920s Phillips Route 66 station that was initially located on Route 66 in Avila, Missouri. Now for total points, we're looking at 18, so 4 for visual appeal, 2 for cool trucks, 4 for Route 66 history, 4 for unique features, and 4 for gas pumps and signage. Good job, Missouri. This is Cool Springs. Cool Springs, you get there, it's, I don't know, about 10 miles, 15 miles, 12 miles outside of Oatman, Arizona. It's actually been rebuilt. Originally a gas station, used to have cabins, all sorts of fun stuff. And just a beautiful area. You can see the mountains right here. And what's neat is the Arizona Sidewinder is around here. And that's 8 miles with 191 curves. And that goes all the way to Oatman. So I'm going to hush here for a second and just let you appreciate the bikes as they take off in the morning. Like I said, this one with the gas pumps, it's definitely got the look on a lot of fun stuff. It's definitely got a lot of appeal there for looking at it. It does have a couple of the side cool cars and trucks that you'll see in just a second. I think we're gonna see, I think it comes over here. There we go. There's a couple of cars and trucks, Old Glory flying. Scorecard for Cool Springs. We got 5 for visual appeal, 4 for cool trucks and cars, 4 for route history, 3 for unique features, and 4 for vintage gas pumps and signs. We're at a total of 21 points. Credit. Now this is one of my favorites right here. This is Hackberry, Arizona. Hackberry was actually named after a hackberry tree at a local spring. There was a silver mine originally here. And walking around here, it's like stepping back in the 1940s. There were several gas stations that were here, grocery stores, a bunch of different stuff. And it's just a fun place to walk around and check out. For the old cars and trucks and stuff, you got to give it a 5 for that. I mean, there's just tons of cool old cars, and this is just a little bit of it. I mean, you can definitely spend a good half hour just walking around this place, checking everything out. It's really, really nice. Like I said, so check your scorecard out, see what you think on this one. I do think this is one of the definitely contenders for that. And it's just, this is just down the road from Seligman where I live, or where my store is, and it's between Kingman and Seligman roughly. And definitely a great stop on Route 66. This basically, everything pretty much dried up in '78 when the road moved. All these businesses closed down for quite a while until stuff started coming back, and they got a historic designation on Route 66 and 87. But just the old signs, just a lot of fun stuff. There's even a garage in back you can look at that's all filled up with all sorts of old stuff. There used to be an old pickup in there. So just I don't know. I mean, you can almost feel Route 66. Can you see driving that car? I mean, that would be a blast. And that's what it was all about. The old cars and trucks, they were either traveling to California to start a new life or to vacation. The military traveled extensively in the 40s. But this is the Hackberry General Store, and it's definitely kind of a fun stop along the way. A few more of the old cars and trucks you'll see right here. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of them here, and this is definitely a fun stop. That back there is the garage with the signs on it you can see. And here's a scorecard for Hackberry. We've got 1 for Stat, Visual Appeal 4, Cool Cars and Trucks 5, Route 66 History 5, Unique Features 3, and Vintage Gas Pumps Signs 5 for a total of 23 points. Good job, Hackberry. And welcome to Williams, Arizona, the gateway to the Grand Canyon. And next we're going to go down here and see Pete's Gas Station Museum. Pete's a pretty cool guy. We're going to come talk to him in just a minute. But just show you some of the cool lights at night, and love the visible gas pumps. So let's go ahead and come on in and talk to Pete.
All right. Well, here, tell me about your place here.
Well, I'm supposed to be the guy named Pete that's on the sign out here. This station goes back to about 1939. It was a Union 76 for almost 50 years. I bought it 21 years ago.
You got 20 years ago?
21, a little over 21 we've been here.
Nice.
Abandoned building.
So can you tell me what I'm looking at here on some of those different things?
Well, yeah, these photos here are pictures of a guy and his 2 sons that operated this for 17 years. A guy by the name of Whitaker. They called him Whit.
Yeah.
Those were pictures given to me. And so here we go. These are Husky pump signs and a variety of advertising units from magazines, most of them. This is a actual gas station cash register because it has keys for gas and oil and tires and
How old is that?
kind of stuff. That well, it was refurbished in 1931.
Okay.
It's probably about a 1917 or 1918.
Nice. On that, very cool. Got the Ever Ready flashlight.
Everybody, yeah, that's a display case from the 30s or 40s.
Delco, of course, you got the Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Everybody had.
Telephone booth actually still has a working payphone in it.
Nice.
Of course, that's one of my original 66 signs out of. That one came out of a collection, but it came originally out of Oklahoma.
Nice. What do we got up here?
This banner, English Ironstone, was a giveaway thing, and this banner was displayed at this station in the late 50s, early 60s. And then the showcase is a set of dishes that match.
Nice.
And then, of course, the Coke button. If you go up above a little bit where the New Mexico sign is, that's an authentic shield from New Mexico.
Nice.
And then, of course, this Conoco uniform here was worn by a person here in town. It goes back probably to the 1930s or 40s.
Nice. Let's take a look down. What we got down here going?
Well, down here we got a kind of a potpourri, a lot of Ford stuff. There's 3 cars in there. Those are what they call the shoebox Fords from 49 to 51. Those are actual models that were given out by the dealers. They're spring-loaded and wind-up cars.
Nice. So you got some neat old vintage plates here.
Vintage plates, manuals. that go back into the 20s and 30s. And then, of course, some other advertisements. Up above is a Greyhound bus sign.
Nice. Come over here. These are got lobsters here, I believe.
Yeah, this one here is actually a kerosene dispenser, a Bowser, and the other three obviously are lobsters. A couple of original gargoyle signs. 100 octane was premium gas.
Nice.
Or ethyl.
Now for the scorecard, I got 1 staffed, 4 visual appeal, 3 for cool cars and trucks. Only saw 1 there. Route 66 history got a 5, unique features of 5, vintage gas pumps and signs of 5. Total of 23 points. Pete, you're the man. Definitely a must stop on Route 66 when you get into Williams, Arizona. And our next vintage gas station is also in Williams, Arizona. It's the Route 66 Museum and Gift Shop. I love this car. They've got some really cool cars and trucks here. It was built in 1958, so it's not as old as some of the other ones, but it's a fantastic, completely restored vintage gas station. And kind of there's my buddy right there. I love him from the Cars movie. He's awesome. You can see the old, you can see the gas pumps. Those are fun right there. Now right here you're looking at a couple little Chevy truck, and then that is actually a Diamond T we have there. And then you've got the neat old wagon with the mobile oil on it. Beautiful flowers here. And just kind of looking around a little bit to let you see what else here. Look at that old truck with the old Conoco petroleum products. This Diamond T is really just a neat truck. I really like it. And that's what's kind of cool. They've restored these trucks and to 40s Diamond, 1940s era Diamond T. And you also have this old Chevy truck here. Now for the scorecard here, we're gonna go 5 for visual appeal, cool cars and trucks. You got to give it a 5. Route 66 history, I'm giving it a 3 just because it's a little newer than some of the other ones. Unique features, a 3, and vintage gas pumps and signs, of 5. And our next stop is Valentine, Arizona. This is between basically Hackberry or Kingman and Seligman, Arizona. It's a great stop. Ruben is the owner there, and really nice guy. They've got all sorts of fun stuff here. A couple of the old cool cars, trucks. I'm not sure if it's open or not, but you can definitely take lots of photos on the from the roadside for sure. And it's definitely a fun stop if you're heading. It's on old Route 66 if you're heading to Kingman from Seligman. And it's definitely a very cool stop. He also has a YouTube channel, I believe, called Valentine Station. So check that out if you get a chance. And you never know, if he's around there, say hi, and say hi to Ruben. Really nice stuff. They did some nice jobs on the Chevron station, the old car. Just a good job on that. Now for the scorecards, we got right here, got a 4 for visual appeal, cool cars and trucks 4, Route 66 history 4, it's from the 40s or 50s, unique features 3, and vintage gas pumps and signs of 5. So good job there, Valentine Station. Now we're not far from standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. This is the Smith's Texaco, and it is in Winslow, Arizona. It was built in the 1920s. It has been moved though. It was originally in the town, but it was moved to I think it was not too far down the street. And we are on Route 66 in Winslow. This has been a new restoration, fairly new. About 74 Bronco. My wife wants one of those badly. That's just the cars here. Gotta love what they're putting out there, having these beautiful restored cars. I believe they do have like a real estate office inside, but this Texaco is like I said, this is originally in Winslow, and it's just a beautiful restoration that they've done recently, and really nicely done, guys. The Smith's Texaco is amazing, and the cars and trucks really make it pop. Okay, for our scoring here, we're looking at 5 for visual appeal, 5 for cool cars and trucks, 4 for Route 66 history, 3 for unique features, and 5 for vintage gas pumps and signs. Well done, Smith's Texaco. Great stop in Winslow. Now, still in Arizona, the next 3 places is Chambers, Arizona on Route 66. I'm just giving an honorable mention to these next 3 places. Definitely worth a stop on your next road trip. And just wanted to kind of show them to you. It's a cool old gas station. Now we're in Oatman, Arizona. And this is as you're coming into town. You'll see the cool old visible gas pumps there. Really did like that. Thought it was a nice look. And then finally over in Belmont, Arizona on Route 66. This is actually where the Easy Rider movie, part of it was filmed. This is where they were turned away at the hotel. And it's a very cool little stop here. They've got a lot of neat stuff to take a look at. Gas pump, old truck, and definitely worth your stop on any Route 66 road trip. Good job, guys. I hope you had some fun with our little quest here. And just tie everything up, the Cucamonga service station was our best California service station, or gas station, followed by Hackberry, Arizona, and Pete's Museum gas station. And that was a tie there in Arizona. And don't take everything too seriously. We're just having some fun out here, by the way. They're great stops. And the winner was the Parita Sinclair station in Ash Grove, Missouri.